Alrighty, what's going on everybody? Shells here again. We're back running on a career mode. This is a re-record of today's episode number 3. I did not record this last night. I recorded this video, but I didn't record the commentary with it. So unfortunately I was messing around with the other settings in OBS, and yeah, well, it happens from time to time. So yeah, a bit of a rush to get this video out. But anyway, first game up here is the Carabao Cup game against Nottingham Forest, pardon me. I don't know why I misspelled that. Anyway, we took the lead early on this one, but Norwich were the better side in this game, and it did go to penalties in the end. We went through, I think, 10 of our players before we bottled it at the end. That basically how I describe it, really. Lee Grant took the penalty and missed it, so certainly disappointing. As you see, everyone scoring penalties. Lee Grant was in goal. I think I made a mistake putting him in goal, to be honest, and I probably should have trusted Romero even if I don't rate him. So it just wasn't meant to be. Like, it was by far the best performance by Norwich I think we've seen this season. They really took us apart. Really, they didn't let us play our game. So a bit surprised by how poorly we played. I thought we had a good enough team. Not really sure what the issues were with it, but you know, the Carabao Cup, it's one of those tournaments that it doesn't really matter, if you could say. I don't really rate it as a tournament. You know, it's not something, you know, it's good for playing youngsters, but we have the Europa League and we're going to play the youngsters now quite a bit. So I'm not exactly entirely like, you know, look, you know, we lost. It's part of the game, and you know, I think if we get Champions League football, it's more important. But at the moment, it's just kind of, you know, middle of the park. So I don't know why I shared all the penalties, but anyway, we're just gonna go through them all. And yeah, unfortunately, at the end of the day, it was Lee Grant that missed the penalty. So that was what cost us the game. So unfortunate that one was. Anyway, next game on the list here, Crystal Palace. This was absolutely a revenge game, pretty much. Kick up the ass. Brilliant game by us. We just dominated. There's no other way to put it about it. I felt bad for Crystal Palace because we didn't give them a chance. Start off Martial, the penalty spot, left corner, absolutely no stopping that one. Shaw whips us into Angel Gomez, who came on for an injured Paul Pogba. Bruno Fernandes across the wall to Wan-Bissaka against his former team, and he hits that absolute beauty. You couldn't write a better script for Wan. Bruno Fernandes whips it in here, back post to James, who whips it across to Rashford, who puts the ball in there. Lovely bit of finish there. Maguire, lovely lay off to Shaw. Shaw with a beautiful run here. Whips it in. It takes a double deflection from Kale onto Martial's head, and it goes into the back of the net. Guiada must have been fuming. We did give a penalty away to Milivojevic, who slotted that one into the right corner. Pretty easy. And then Bruno Fernandes, beautiful ball in here. Headed by Daniel James for the goal. And then Dan James skirting down the right here. Looks inside, finds Mason Greenwood, who with a finesse header headers it into the near post. And that was 6-1 domination. I felt bad. It was just a total domination performance as we controlled pretty much the entire game that game. I didn't feel like any stage like we were going to lose that game. And the final game here that I played before I did the live com episode was against Celtic. And this one, it was an evenly contested game. We had chances. We had, chances to score. But at the end of the day, Celtic, they scored early, and that really put us in a bit of a pickle. This dispossession here on Brandon Williams by, Forrest had a great game. This is just cracking finish. I mean, look at that hit from Ryan Christie. Fair fucks, like, mate, you just absolutely smashed the crap out of that. And then we give away a penalty to make it 3-0, and really just, disastrous performance. I didn't think we were bad that game. I thought it was pretty even, as I said. We had 4 half chances to their 1. We both had 3 clear chances, but they put 3 in the back of the net. We put none, so that's what happens. Anyway, we're playing against Tottenham here, and this is the live com I did last night. As you can see, the lineup I've gone with, it's a pretty good lineup. Pogba, as I said, is unfortunately injured. He's out another 2-3 weeks, so we will miss him for a period of time. Other than that, I think that's our pretty much a strong 11. I've moved Fred into a Mazzella role on where Pogba or Bruno Fernandes kind of moved to Pogba's role. It's a little bit of tinkering and tunkering around, so let's look at the Tottenham lineup. So Tottenham going with a 4-1-4-1. Got Sissoko playing back at right wing again, which is interesting enough. Let's go. We've been on a good run lately, and even though that's that was kind of wrong, but the first team has been on a good run. It's the youth guys that have kind of haven't turned up the last 2 games per se. And we early start here. We have Greenwood with the ball. Greenwood's going to whip it across to Bruno. McTominay. Leave McTominay finds Maguire. Bruno. McTominay. Quick passing to Shaw. That's a lovely pass. Shaw. Rashford with the Rabona. Oh my. Get in. Mason Greenwood is second of the season, assisted by Marcus Rashford. That was a Rabona. Unbelievable stuff from Marcus Rashford. Lovely play here. Bruno to McTominay. McTominay to Shaw. Watch this here. Shaw passes it into Rashford. Rabones it to Mason Greenwood. And Alderweireld and Vertonghen just wondering what on earth happened there. Absolutely speechless they must be. Well, interesting. Vertonghen's been left back today, interesting enough. So that's an intriguing one. So yeah, it'd be good to get one up on Jose Mourinho. I changed here to balance. Wanted to try and control the game a bit more from having one shot, one goal kind of situation where I kind of felt like if Tottenham got the lead, they would have done the same thing. So I wanted to give Mourinho a little bit of a taste of his own medicine in a way. So here comes Shaw, throws it in, finds Anthony Martial, plays it off to Bruno, whips across to Fred, lovely pass over to Wan-Bissaka. Bissaka has a great shot there. I think that no, Lloris did not get a touchdown one straight out for a goal kick, but that's the type of chance we need. Wan-Bissaka is finding his nice form on that right wing. He's certainly developing with the the competition that we've created at that position with Dalot been playing a bit, and that's pretty much my philosophy going forward is to probably play to play the hot hand. So free kick here as Eric Dyer made a bit of a foolish tackle. I thought was in Bruno Fernandes. I really thought it was just going to curve itself around the corner. Unfortunately not. So yeah, it didn't quite go to plan. But that happens, As you see here, coming up towards halftime, 5 minutes to go. I started running it back up to positive. See if we can, maybe get a second before halftime and, really just, stick a few nails in Mourinho's casket. But that's a halftime. We went in 1-0. Pretty dominant half. Yeah, 8 shots to 3, 2 on target each. So felt like we were in command. So here we go. I said the media giving you all the credit. Seeing guys, show the media you're right. Give them a little bit of pat on the back as well. So players love that. So second half here, we're rocking 4-1-4. As you see, we have not had any clear-cut chances. We still had a goal. They had 1 half chance and they haven't scored. So there's that danger, of course, of Tottenham doing some damage. They brought Lucas Moura on for Dele. That moves Sissoko into the midfield. And I decide, right, it's time for me to make some changes. And the first one I make is I bring on Nemanja Matic into a holding role. Yeah, I just want to make Mourinho to feel what it's like to play against his style of play. Park the Bus FC. Part of me was thinking about bringing Dan James on there as well, but I felt like I wanted to see what other changes Tottenham make, and they did, I believe, make a change around 65-minute mark. So I think, or maybe later on, they definitely did something to change the game. Yeah, I think I brought Dan James on for Greenwood, and brought him to winger support role, and then I make a final substitution to keep it the way it was. I think I kept it the way it was. I think, yeah, I did. I kept it the way it was because I felt like I didn't want to. I was tempted to bring on Lindelof, but because I felt like maybe he could cheer the shop up with Axel. What am I saying? Axel on a yellow, but I felt pretty confident as they brought Winks on for Lo Celso. So I felt like this game was pretty much done and dusted. I was tempted to make a decision here, but again, part of me was like, I'm just gonna hold off for the time being. We got guys like Odion Nagalo on the bench. I could have taken off for Martial, Juan Mata, Lindelof, Pereira, Dalot. They're all quite good players, and I probably think I was so tempted. Yeah, you see there, that was what I was talking about. I was so tempted to make the change, but I felt like I should stick with the hot hand, and I felt like that was pretty well assured. So Saka finds Dan James here. Dan James, lovely layoff to Fred in that Mazzella role. New role for him. Finds Anthony Martial. Martial couldn't beat his French counterpart in goal and Hugo Lloris there. That would have been, game, set, match. But, you have to stick with it. Anyway, 85 minutes gone here. Lloris out of his goal kick. Finds Lucas Moura. That's not what we want doing now. It's too easy for Lucas Moura. Luke Shaw getting absolutely floored here. But a great block by Luke. And here comes the counter. Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes, look for that pass. Can you find Martial? No, he can't. And the chance dissipates away as Tottenham now start their counter-attack. So Mourinho's left the hinges, but we start another counter-attack. We steal the ball from them. Rashford should have laid Martial in. Aurier kicks it across. It falls to Fred, and Fred buries it for 2-0. And 3 points in the bag right there. That was an interesting bit of play. Probably the most Mourinho side has ever played. But yeah, job done. Mission accomplished. I think Rashford should have given it a little bit early. He could have also given it, to... Who's that? Is that Wan-Bissaka up there? Interesting enough, but it could have gone to either Fred on his right foot, his weaker foot, slots it in past the keeper. And yeah, I think fear me. I can just visually picture Mourinho losing his mind on the sideline, and I decided to bring on, I think I brought on Juan Mata for Bruno Fernandes just to, rest the legs a little bit. So I thought that was a pretty, game's done and dusted. And, afford to do that. We're paying Mata something like 105 a week, so might as well get him some game time. As we let the clock roll down. Pretty good game that was. So, as you see, 2-0, dominating performance into third position in the league. We do have a game in hand, so we can tie with Chelsea, which makes things very interesting. We're on the same amount of goal difference, which I think is really important. So, it's good to see us performing like that. And, yeah, we're playing well, so I'm happy with how performance is going. Chances wise, 4 on target each. We had the one clear-cut chance. They had 1/2 chances. We did as well. So a good game. Man of the match, Fred. I have to say I thought Wan-Bissaka was a fantastic game. Axel was 7.5. He's been absolutely astronomical to our season so far. So he's really turning into the player I was hoping he would become. So yeah, we're doing well. We're doing well in the league. Happy with that. Trying to figure out what I'm trying to talk about here. What did he said again? But anyway, last dressing room, bit of motivation. I'm very happy with the result, lads. Great played. Pat them on the back. Make them sound like they're the best thing since sliced bread. And job is done. Bournemouth beat Arsenal in the last minute penalty. Chelsea won 3-0 against Sheffield Wednesday. Chelsea's loss is against Everton, interesting enough. So Everton are in 4th at the moment. They have Carlos Ancelotti, remember. So interesting enough, Arsenal are down in the relegation zone. Be interesting if they got relegated. That would be very interesting. I expect them to turn the heat up. Our game against Arsenal that was meant to be here got rescheduled. I'm not sure which date it got rescheduled to. So yeah, I'm not 100% confident on that one, but I'm not sure when we come back. I'll probably come back Liverpool or Leicester maybe. I haven't made up my decision yet, but when I'm back, I'll be back. So that's all we have time for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one. Apologies having to re-record this. It just happens, unfortunately. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy your day. Have a good weekend, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Peace.